Okay, hello everybody, and welcome to the weekend preview for Sunday, July 7th, 2013. Although by the time you see this on YouTube, it may be a little bit later than that, simply because I'm going to be uploading this after my second stream of gameplay tonight, which I'm going to explain in this weekend preview video, okay? So, this week is a unique week. And the reason that it's a unique week is, as I said last week, we're in the summer of retro. We're in a time of the year where there's almost no new real releases for video games. For whatever reason, these game developers hold off their games until late August, September, October, that fourth quarter vibe, okay, to try to get more sales. So, right now, we really don't have a lot of games to play. And because of that, what I've decided to do, excuse me, is do a summer of retro. This is a summer where I'm going to be playing a lot of the games from my childhood, the games from my past when I grew up with the SNES, where I really wanted to play, these classic games that I know so much about and I played so many times as a child, okay? So, people on the stream chat want me to go shirtless, so you might as well. Here we go. Tear it like Hulk Hogan, rip my shirt apart. Alright, no, I'm not going to do that. Okay, so, this week really is going to kick the summer of retro into high gear because there's no new content. There's no DLCs being released, and there's no retail games being released. There's no big downloadable titles being released. It's pretty much an empty week. The only actual release this week, I actually looked it up, is sorry, my chain's getting caught here, annoying me. Metal Gear Solid Collection, which is a collection of all the Metal Gear Solid games redone in HD, except for Metal Gear Solid 1. That one, it just gives you a downloadable code to download it on PSN and play the actual emulated PS1 version of the game. So, I've already played Metal Gear Solid 2, 3, and 4. Most people just bitched about how bad I did at the games anyway. So, I was like, obviously there's no reason for me to play Metal Gear Solid this week. However, there is a possibility that sometime during the summer, if I have enough time, that I may actually check out Metal Gear Solid 1, which I'm sure the people who hate my guts and hate my gameplay of the other games will love that. But I'm not doing that this week, okay? That might be coming up, but I'm not doing that this week. This week is going to be continuation and ending of some series, the beginning of some new series, the return of a few things that haven't been around for a while, and there's going to be a lot of special content regarding vlogs this week with my YouTube channel, The King of Hate Vlogs, okay? So let's get started. First of all, tonight. Right now, I'm actually doing this weekend preview at 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. As soon as I finish recording and streaming this, I'm going to be setting up for a Oregon Trail stream and direct capture gameplay. I'm more than halfway through the game. I played it on the Ouya last week, but never had a chance to get back to it. I will be getting back to it tonight, okay? And so once I'm done with that, later tonight I'm going to upload the weekend preview, and then I'm going to upload that Oregon Trail gaming footage that I record tonight, okay? So, that's tonight. Tomorrow we're going to be continuing some things that some people have been asking for, and there's also going to be some unique vlog content, so let me explain. First of all, I'm going to continue Earthbound. Now, this past week has been a pain in my ass, okay? I really wanted to get way further into Earthbound by this point in the summer than I have. I mean, it's been a full week since I started playing it. Unfortunately, Twitch TV has been fucked up for the past several days, if not a week. There was some kind of a system crash last week, and the chat system in Twitch is all screwed up. So it's literally every day I wake up, I'm like, okay, I'm going to stream on Twitch, and I go, oh, the chat's down, it's not working, and I end up waiting hours and hours for Twitch to finally fix it. Case in point, today they didn't fix it till like 4:30 in the afternoon, so I didn't get to start streaming till 5 o'clock. It was actually literally the same thing the day before. So if Twitch can't get their act together, I don't know, but for whatever reason, it's been really messed up this week. And so I've been losing out on time when I could be playing Earthbound. So what I want to do is try to get as far as I can and maybe even do a longer stream tomorrow of Earthbound, okay? And that's going to be the first stream. So if you haven't been following along, I'm actually at a part of the game where it's picking up greatly. I'm actually about to do like 1 or 2 more missions and then finally meet the final party member in the game. And once you get the final party member, the game really picks up, and then you get near the end. So it's really interesting. The story's picking up. It's quirky. It's funny. Today on stream, I actually went to one of the coolest places in the game, which is Moonside. So those videos, by the way, will be uploading over the course of this week. But tomorrow I'm going to be doing a trying to get a chunk into Earthbound. So I'd love it if you would join me for that tomorrow on the first stream, okay? Tomorrow's second stream, I have not decided upon what it's going to be yet, but I have a bunch of possibilities right now, okay? First possibility would be the continuation of God of War HD, which I have not played now for a week. I've been so busy with all the other DLCs and content that came out this past week, I did not even touch God of War HD for a week, so that may be the second stream. There's always a possibility it could be Fallout 3, okay? There's also the possibility it could be Grid 2, which I haven't played now in almost a month, and a lot of people are kind of giving up and saying, gee, I don't think Phil will ever play it, but it's still a possibility for me to play it, okay? It's not something that I'm writing off, and I want everyone to know that I'm not writing it off, alright? Now, what I would like to say is there's going to be special vlog content this week, and when I say that, you might say, what the hell do you mean? Well, as you know, I'd like to do a vlog-style video, usually once a day. Every once in a while, like this week, it was like every other day, something like that, okay? And I upload those to the King of Hate Vlogs, my YouTube vlogging channel. Well, this week, I was thinking about it, and I said, oh, man, now wait a minute. There's not going to be a release day unboxing, right? There's not going to be any game reviews, because I haven't beaten any games. There's no retail games to beat, so there's no Hateful Truth coming out. When you really think about it, I don't do channel updates anymore because, you know, I take all that information and I usually compile that into my weekly podcast, Hate Live. So really, I was thinking this week, the only vlogs that I have lined up for you guys would be Hate Live on Thursday, which is my podcast, and Smart Guys on Saturday when John comes to do it and for us to do co-op. I was thinking, well, I should definitely do something different this week to keep you guys occupied. What should it be? And I said, well, there's a few things people have been asking for. Number one, I do it once a year, and it's been more than a year now since I've done one. People have been asking for me to do a condo tour, okay? Now, I'm going to be quite honest with everyone. My condo is a fucking mess right now. It is a humongous mess. There's boxes of shit from equipment over here. There's an ottoman with equipment on top of it over there. My back stretcher's up against the wall. Boxes and joysticks of shit against the wall over there. It's a huge mess, but at the same time, I got some really cool models and things up here that you guys haven't seen because I haven't done a channel update in so damn long, okay? So I think you'd actually like to see the new stuff that's shown up in the meantime. I dramatically increased my Blu-ray collection to the point where I have nowhere to put them anymore. There's been some changes, and plus, of course, once you see my direct capture setup, you're going to say, what the fuck? Who invented this? What Dr. Frankenstein came in here and set this up in Phil's condo? But I want to show you all this stuff. And I know that people are usually very excited to do that, to see what I've done with my condo in the past year and how things change. It's funny, if year after year you watch my condo tour, you'll see an evolution. All of a sudden, art starts appearing on the walls, and then models are showing up, and then more and more stuff just, you know, piles in here to the point where I'm cramped and I need to get out of here. I need to move. And I'm in serious talks with my girlfriend to move sometime next year. Okay? That is, hopefully, if I'm still doing this next year, if I don't get screwed out of a contract or something at the end of this year, we'll have to see what happens when my contract comes up for renegotiation. Alright? So, all that being said, people want to see a condo tour. Now, typically, when I do vlog videos, I only upload 1 or 2 a day. The only exception is usually if I do, like, Ask the King, I'll upload 3 or 2. Or when I'm on vacation, obviously, I upload a lot. So, what I'm thinking of doing is doing a multi-part condo tour, and then maybe once a day releasing one of the videos. Alright? So that's a possibility for this week, and I think I'm seriously going to do it this week. Another thing people have been asking me for is to review my headsets, my gaming headsets. I now have 3. I've got the Triton Pro Plus headset, I've got the Astro A40 headset, and I have the Turtle Beach X-Force 7 XP7 headset. Now, I've got feelings about all 3. There's pros and cons to every one of these headsets. So really, what you might want to know is, depending on your setup, which is the best headset. Are you going to be a PC gamer, a PlayStation or Xbox gamer? Are you going to be using a different source? And will this headset work with that stuff? So this is going to answer your questions. Plus, every headset comes with completely different receiver boxes and accessories and adjustment settings. So you're going to want to know all about that stuff. So what I think I'm going to do is I'm going to film 1 video per headset. So you each get, okay, this is the video for this one, this one, this one, and then I'm probably going to do a comparison video where I do show them, okay, here they all are, I've done individual reviews, now here's what I think they're best for and how I review them overall, and overall what's the best one, okay? I think a lot of people would like that because a lot of people are looking for gaming headsets. They try to get information, and people are like, oh, the Astro 40s are great. Then the next guy, no, the Tritons are the best. And the next guy, oh, I like this. It's like, well, how the fuck would I know what to get? And that's literally what happened to me when I went to buy a headset 3 months ago to start doing direct capture. I had no idea what to buy because everyone had a different opinion. So I think that people would actually enjoy that video series. So there's a possibility that'll either start or actually completely air this week. It depends on how much I get filmed, okay? In addition to that, there are 1 or 2 products that I actually have around here for DSP Tries It that I think people would be interested in. One of which is actually an energy supplement that you make a drink out of that I have some really strong opinions on because I think that some of the versions of it are great and some are awful. And I want to talk to you about that. And I only know about that because a fan actually told me about it, and I bought the product, and I'm trying it out for myself. So I think you would really like a video like that for DSP Tries It. You know what I mean? So we've got a lot of vlog stuff for me to work on. The problem's been I've just been so busy. Hopefully, I'm hoping this week I'll be able to take some time to work on the vlogs, and you guys will check them out, okay? So, just so you know, those things are probably going to be coming this week. Just so you know, okay? In addition to that, like I said, this Thursday you're going to have a new episode of Hate Live. It's going to be my second stream on Thursday. It's my ongoing podcast. This week we're going to be talking about, obviously, the summer of retro. We're going to be talking about some of the releases coming up in the fall that I'm excited for. It's kind of like a summer roundup of talking about gaming and what's going on in the gaming world, but also what's coming up, okay? And then we're going to have my Back in the Day segment. Again, it's going to return. I'm not decided yet on what it's going to be on, but I've got so much to talk about that I could probably just pull something out of my ass, honestly, and it will probably be really good. And then we're going to do live Q&A like I always do with the stream chat. You guys will be able to submit your questions through the raffle system, and I'll be able to pull questions and answer them. So, Hate Live, the new episode, starting this on Thursday at my second stream, and then, of course, it'll upload to YouTube right after that. I'm really excited for that, okay? So during the course of the week, what you're going to see is me playing Earthbound, me playing God of War, me possibly going back to Fallout 3, because I'm craving Fallout 3 now. I haven't played it in like a month. I think the last time I played it was actually before I went to Texas, so we're talking a significantly lengthy run here where I haven't played it, and I'm dying to play it. Regardless if people watch it on YouTube or whatever, I'm dying to play the game, so I am definitely at one point this week going to play Fallout 3, okay? And the other thing I want to say is I am starting a new retro game this week. So you might say, well, what's it going to be? You know, and I was thinking about this and mulling this over in my head, and I said, well, I don't think I should start another role-playing game. I'm still doing Earthbound, and it's still going to be several days before I beat it. The last thing I want to do is have now 2 role-playing games going on at the same time, and people being like, oh, this is unbearable. You know, it's going on and on, dragging on 2 JRPGs. So what I've decided to do is do a more action-oriented game for the retro series, and so at some point this week, it's not going to be tomorrow, maybe Tuesday, but I'm not positive yet, I'm going to start The Legend of Zelda: A Link to the Past, okay? A lot more action-based than, you know, Earthbound. Although you might say it kind of is an RPG hybrid, it's more about the action and the gameplay than it is about turn-based story or anything like that. So, a lot of people, that's their favorite game of all time. I know that for a fact. It's one of my favorite games. Not of all time, but it is one of my favorite games. So I'm going to be starting that sometime this week. And then that'll be the next game that I'm going to be playing to completion for the summer of retro, okay? So I'm going to be juggling that. So right now, think about that. Earthbound, Fallout 3 at some point, the continuation of God of War, the beginning of A Link to the Past, and then tonight, like I said, I'm to second stream, I'm doing Oregon Trail. If I beat Oregon Trail tonight, I'm actually going to pick one of the other Ouya games, and we're going to be playing one of those, okay? Now, I haven't decided what one it's going to be yet. If you remember, I think there were a few that I grabbed the full version of. I'm trying to remember which ones they were. I know it was You Don't Know Jack, Saturday Morning RPG, the one I'm playing now, Oregon Trail. There was another one, too. What the hell was the 4th one that I got? I can't remember. But, I'm definitely probably going to be, Final Fantasy 3, that's right. So I'm going to probably pick another one of those, but then again, now I'm thinking about it, I don't know, because those are all, now I'm thinking about it, those are all RPGs, really. Besides You Don't Know Jack, but I can't play You Don't Know Jack by myself, And of course, everyone's saying on the chat, Amazing Frog. Maybe I'll do some more Amazing Frog videos this week. There's a strong possibility that when John's here on Saturday that we'll do it. And the reason I say that, I'll explain because of what's coming up on Saturday. So anyway, yes. So expect some more Ouya footage of some sort this week. Okay? Maybe the Amazing Frog. Who knows? Friday, my second stream is going to be Demon Souls. Like usual, I usually do Friday or Saturday night. My second stream will be Demon Souls. Now, if for some reason John can't come on Saturday, he's coming to visit on Friday, that'll obviously flip with Saturday, okay? So Demon Souls, either Friday or Saturday, is coming. And then whenever John comes, which is probably going to be Saturday, we're going to be doing a new Smart Guys. But for the very first time in 3 months, we're going to be both live streaming and recording for YouTube our pay-per-view simulation in WWE 13 of the Money in the Bank pay-per-view, which actually airs this Sunday on pay-per-view, okay? So we're excited to do it. It's been so long since we did one of these. We've been missing out, and, you know, it's unfortunate, but John's just been so busy with Schnoz being a hole punch that he hasn't been able to attend a lot of the weeks when we were doing this, and it didn't work out, unfortunately, and sometimes life gets in the way, and we understand that, but people are, like, craving pay-per-view sims at this point. So they're coming back this Saturday, okay? And what we're going to be doing is simulating as many of the matches as we can. There's obviously some we can't. For example, I think there's a Divas Championship match, and I don't think Caitlyn's even in the game. So unless we can get a Caitlyn, we can't do that. The Money in the Bank matches all have 7 people in them in real life, but in the game you can only have a Money in the Bank match with 6 players. So obviously we have to cut one person out of each Money in the Bank match, and that's unfortunate, but it has to be done. But I think it's still going to be good. For the most part, we're going to have almost all the characters. I think it's going to be a lot of fun, and I actually can't wait to simulate it. So that's pretty cool that that's finally coming up after a long hiatus. And then Sunday, I'll be doing more gameplay plus the weekend preview, okay? So this week, even though there's no new retail releases, there's more than enough going on that I'm going to be able to keep everybody occupied. Between my new vlogs that I'm going to be doing of the Condo tour, and then possibly starting the headset review series, okay? Between the continuation and conclusion of Earthbound, me starting Zelda A Link to the Past, going back to God of War HD for a couple sessions, doing a Fallout 3 session, my podcast, the Demon Souls stream, Smart Guys, the pay-per-view sims, the possibility of Amazing Frog. I mean, there's a lot going on. And so the one thing I do want to answer is, yes, there will be no new Super Mario World co-op this week. This is going to be our bye week so that we can actually do the WWE pay-per-view simulations. However, I just realized this. I found them on my computer. I was like, oh shit, really? So I had some major problems last night. My power kept going on and off. And because my power kept going on and off, it kept fucking up my uploads, okay? Now my power seems to be fine. It's been on for a while now with no problem, so I think I'm going to be good. But the problem is, I screwed up. I had 24 total Super Mario World videos to upload it. I only uploaded 21. So I've got 3 floating videos that I have nowhere to put them. So I'm probably going to end up just uploading them at a random time during the week because I need to get them out there. I don't want them waiting for weeks and weeks and me forget to eventually upload them. So that's going to be coming at some point. In addition to that, there's also some remaining videos from this past week in regards to the Black Ops 2 DLC. Now, if you don't know what I'm talking about, there was a DLC released for Black Ops 2 on the Xbox 360 called Vengeance, and it was in turn, it was 4 new maps for multiplayer, but it was also a new zombie map, and I released all the zombie videos, but I forgot to release the multiplayer videos for those new maps. So what I'm going to be doing sometime this week as well is uploading those 6 videos. It's like, I think it's like 3 to 4 matches. I think it's 7 matches, so it might be 7 videos, something like that. I'll be uploading those to DSP Gaming as well. It completely slipped my mind that I had these because so much else was going on during the course of the week. And of course, keep in mind, Earthbound, I have a significant amount of Earthbound videos stored up that I'm going to be uploading over the course of this week. So there's going to be a lot of content coming, okay? Even though there's no new games, there's a lot of content coming. And the one thing I do want to say, and I have to say it again because people just have this closed-minded mentality. They had it last year when I played Final Fantasy VI, and they're doing it again with Earthbound, all right? I completely understand if you think that a particular style of game is boring, all right? So a lot of people are saying, oh, JRPGs are boring. Why does Phil pick all JRPGs to play in his Summer of Retro? First of all, I didn't. Zelda and Mario are not JRPGs, okay? But that being said, sometimes you will get hooked on a game if you give it a chance. I think a lot of people are, for example, with Earthbound, they watch part 1, they say, oh, this is a slow start, well, fuck this, and then they never watched anything else, and you can see a massive drop-off in views. Part 1 has like 10,000 views, and after that it goes, boo, down, and now I think the videos, some of them don't even have 2,000 views that I'm uploading. And I can understand that. Maybe, you know, it's hours into a game, you're not caught up yet, but if just watch one video and say, well, that's it, scrap it, it's kind of silly, especially because there's some people jumping on the stream, they're like, what the hell is this? You know, this is the middle of the game. Wow, this looks interesting. Like, yeah, but if you would just skip the traditional JRPG intro and actually gave it a chance later on when the game actually develops into something better, you probably would have liked the playthrough. But, you know, I digress. I just say, please give the retro games this summer a chance. I know that they're old games, but it was funny because it depending on what kind of old game I play, people love it. Last year I played the Grand Theft Auto games. People went absolutely apeshit crazy and saying they loved it. This year I'm playing my style, my SNES games, and people are like, it's all JRPGs, it's all stuff I don't get. I don't like the 16-bit era. If you give it a chance, I think you're really going to enjoy it, okay? The one last thing I want to say as I end the week in preview is that I've had some thoughts in my head of some other retro games to play. A couple of which are Super Metroid and Super Castlevania. Those are both games that I rented when I was a kid, but I never owned them. So I rented them and played them, but I never beat them. And that's why I actually didn't include them like in my listing of games I wanted to play for the summer of retro. But now I'm thinking maybe those are games that I should add simply because I think that people would enjoy them. They're more action-based. A lot of people grew up with those games. They love them. So I'm considering it. Let's put it that way. I'm considering those two. I'm not saying for sure that I'm going to do them, but I'm strongly considering trying out one or both of those during the summer of retro, simply because people are saying it's too much of a JRPG overload. I can completely understand that. Last thing you want to do is be watching 2 JRPGs at once, so I may mix it up a little bit with those games, okay? Alright, so that's going to be it for the weekend preview. Thank you everyone for tuning in. As I said, right now I'm going to finish recording and streaming this, and then I'm immediately going to actually be doing a Oregon Trail stream. So if you're here on Twitch, stick around. If you're on YouTube watching this, by the time that you're watching this, I've probably already completed the Oregon Trail stream because I'm not uploading this till it's done. So what you can do is head over to DSP Gaming, and in a while, you know, those videos are going to show up because I'm actually going to upload whatever videos I do of Oregon Trail overnight tonight, okay? Alright, everybody, so that is it. Thank you for joining me. I just had a flicker of power that wasn't good. That scared me. Thank you for joining me for the weekend preview. I hope to see you for new streaming gameplay and also gameplay on YouTube this week, plus a whole new slew of vlogs that I think you're going to enjoy. So thanks a lot for tuning in. Peace out, and I'll see you later for gameplay.